South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome at Notre Dame Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the American, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. So USF's offense will get the ball first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick completion to the right. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The play-action fake. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. And the Bulls want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He lost one down the sideline. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Bulls will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. So Notre Dame's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Irish!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Dominating receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Hunt is on its way. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're trying to find some room off right tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
Fires to the wideout. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Bulls in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. A strike downfield. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Slithers into space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulls are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Here's the handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Smashes ahead. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now on 2nd and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USF. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got room at the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they swarm him under.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Bettis. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Quick spin on the line. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Buys a little time. He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the score. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it.
And the
defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understanding his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll leave it with him. Fights off the defender. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs.
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Bulls will hustle to the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. And the Bulls decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turning it on! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gets the back moving. On the move, it's James. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Go straight ahead. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Yeah, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
There he goes! And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. The Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Snap it to the back. Oh, better look out. Runs through the tackle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Bulls look to keep this drive humming.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He'll do it himself. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. Going for the big play. Makes the grab up the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Bulls will have it first and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. Look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And, oh, man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead? Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On the run, it's Lay. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Starting this third quarter on the ground. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
power football with the run. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
So the PI penalty cost the defense 15 and a fresh first down for the O. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Pressure coming. Right on the money. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Gets away from 1. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now third and goal from the 2. That's it fly. Touchdown, Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And the Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long. He has to throw for it. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, South Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And he puts through the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for room. It's Slay. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Bulls are in the hurry-up. To the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking for the score. Touchdown Bulls. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Here comes the 2-point try.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. On the move, he fires. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down. Backed up now, here's second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the first down. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Get set. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, they tried to catch him off guard with a pass play down there on the goal line, but David, he just held on to it way too long, and the defense able to get home and get the sack.
Yeah, and that's great coverage. And you love this part of the field. You know exactly what you want to do. You play more man coverage. There's less space to coverage. You don't have to worry about those speedy wide receivers going deep. Nice job not only on first down getting the sack. Now I put them into a predictable second down. Now they can't just run the football and be conservative.
He stopped short, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out front.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. The Bulls headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that second one.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Flips it out on the screen. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the ball will bounce it to 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The snap sets up the throw.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Second down, he'll throw it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Going for it from there, that's just outsmarting yourself. And guess who's going to pay for it? Your defense backed up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Taking it the other way. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick 6. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he's going to go down at the 1. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out to that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play, because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. The officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession,
and the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Bulls want to move quickly.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hand off from the shotgun. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Bulls line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch at the 45. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Dropping back, it's Turbin. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. The throw to the outside is complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He caught it. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late. For the weeks to come.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. Caught in the backfield. It's Lay. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The Bulls send out the punt unit.
Timeout, South Florida.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.